I'm TamiFlournoy, and I have been writing stories since I was 12 years old. I have some stories that I developed for a class I was taking. I just recently graduated from college. When I was done writing them, the characters didn't go away. They pretty much stuck around and said, "I'm not done yet. I'm not done yet." So what developed was what lies between. And what lies between is the mortal realm, because it's what lies between heaven and hell. In the mortal realm, we share it with beings of magic and things that you don't see with your mortal eye. This is the story. There's 4 different books, and each one of these characters tell their story about how they're introduced to more than meets the eye in their life. The first character, Daniel Salt, is a Navajo living away from the reservation at first, but because of a very, very dramatic and traumatic event that happens, he is brought back to the reservation to live temporarily with his aunt and uncle and his grandfather, who's a Navajo singer. They're like a Navajo medicine man, and they're very spiritual men. And he knows about that Daniel has had this ability his whole life. He calls it walking with the wind, but it really is like astral projection on steroids. The grandfather kind of guides him in using this ability he has as a spirit guide, but he has to, because of what happened in Tucson when he was away from the reservation with some skinwalkers, which are very, very evil Navajo witches. When I was growing up, we lived in Phoenix, Arizona, and we had a Navajo sister come and live with us during the school year. She was a teenager, and I idolized her. My father worked with a lot of the Native Americans in the area, and many times they would come over to the house and have, well, I don't know if you would call it a powwow or if you would call it just having fun, and they would do the dances and they would beat the drums and right on our patio in our Phoenix neighborhood. And it was incredible. Almost felt like it would just be natural for me to take these experiences that I had growing up and enhance them into a story that would involve a character, Daniel Salt, who lived on the reservation and had things happen to him that he had to overcome. My characters feel like they are real people to me, and most people are well-rounded, and my characters are no exception. They have traumatic things they have to deal with. They have problems, and the stories in what lies between can stand alone on their own, but they also lead you to the second series, where inside the second series you're still hearing the individual stories, but they're also leading them all to come together, and they're going to be interacting and meeting each other and beginning to work as a team to combat this evil that's going to present itself more in the second book than they know in the first books.